Hello, welcome back. Today we're doing another art unboxing. We're back to doing some comic art unboxing. And this is a package I've been looking forward to for a long time. The artist is Tom Reilly. I have a couple pieces from him in this package. And Tom is an artist that, he's a younger artist. He's been in comics for, I think, published maybe like 4 years, 4 years. I forget exactly. But he's an artist that I became familiar with through art collector groups on Facebook. I'd seen people post some sketches, some commissions of his, and I was like, I really liked his storytelling ability just in his commission pieces. So I reached out and I got a Batman and Commissioner Gordon piece. It's actually the piece you see in the intro of this video, and I love that commission. It's such a beautiful throwback kind of year one ish vibe piece that it's fantastic. Yeah, and then I have some other pieces of his. Kind of been following his career. I like to pick up something from each new project he works on. He did a Thing. Fantastic Four Thing miniseries, which was the art was great. His, like I said, his storytelling, his panel layouts, the action, wonderful. The story of that miniseries, so. But the art was great, and any great art can save a miniseries or a series. And then he did an Ant-Man. It was a 4-issue Ant-Man anniversary series of the 60th anniversary of Ant-Man. That was a lot of fun. It was another time travel kind of story where he created the character of the Ant-Man of the future. That was pretty fun. So anyway, so we kind of followed his career. I tried to pick up something, like I said, and this project that was announced, really, I was looking forward to, because it's the miniseries that is Duke from G.I. Joe. It's that Robert Kirkman Energon universe, Daniel Warren Johnson Transformers. I love that shared universe. I grew up, 80s. I love Transformers and G.I. Joe. I didn't really have any Transformers because the toys were expensive, but I had a lot of G.I. Joe action figures growing up. So anyway, so Tom on a G.I. Joe property. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. So this is a package from. Let me talk about this real quick too before we get to the art. One thing in collecting that I hear a lot is that reps have ruined the experience of comic art buying. And I know it's like, I personally, I do love to buy directly from an artist, but I feel like reps get a bad rap. Some reps are not good. I don't like dealing with them. You can really tell that they're just kind of angling for the most money possible, which for the artist is great. I mean, I understand like that the artist should get what their work is worth. And I don't have a problem with that. It's just the approach is sometimes less than desirable. But so Tom is repped by Modern Mythology Comic Art, and run by Josh Raybuck. And I have a great relationship with Josh. Since I've been buying pieces from Tom, I've developed a great rapport with him, and he's great to work with. So I feel like just by saying blanket reps have ruined the experience, I don't think that's fair to people like Josh, who, I think he's great to deal with. So anyway, so let's get into the art, the package. There's a couple different pieces from a couple different properties. Tom has done a lot of variant covers to some Marvel, DC, kind of all over the place. So those are always fun. And I'll show you. Tom is also one who he just like, you can tell that he just draws on anything. Like he just draws on like whatever is available to him. He draws on different size art boards, and that may drive some people crazy. I mean, some people only want 11 by 17, pieces, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with different sized pieces of artboard because the art is the art, and I like it that it can offer some variety on like display pieces, like when you frame things, just different sizes. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. So I don't have a problem with that. Which I'm curious if more people do. But I like that it tends to when the art is done on smaller boards, the art tends to be cheaper, and I'm again okay with that. So okay, let's get this opened up. So yeah, so the Duke miniseries just started at the end of December. Really fun issue. Okay, all right, so we got a couple pieces here. I will start with the Duke piece because that's what I've been talking about. But I was on the lookout for. I wanted something from this from the series, and I really wanted something. I was hoping to get something that had Transformers on it, and thankfully this one does. This is from a scene, first scene in Transformers issue 2. It's a scene where Duke is introduced to the idea that of Transformers, of these like giant robots, and he's like he's very emotionally impacted by what happens in that scene. But great action by Daniel Warren Johnson. This scene, it's like a couple pages, and it's great action. I mean, I don't need to tell you how good Daniel Warren Johnson is at drawing action. But what I loved about this page is it takes that wonderful action from Daniel Warren Johnson, and it boils it down to one page of Duke's encounter with Starscream. So here you go. So it starts out. There's a double page spread where Starscream. There's a big picture of Starscream, but then this one gets into the action where they eject. It's Duke and his co-pilot. They eject out of their jet, and Starscream. This is Duke, and then Starscream just splat. so that guy dead. But what I love that Tom did was you see the action from reflected in Duke's visor. So this splat is a big part of the. You see that also in the Transformers issue. But yeah, so you get that reflection of splat. Duke pops out these jetpack wings, and then this is a great speed line of Starscream like punching at Duke. He punches the parachute. Duke flies towards Starscream, and this is really cool. Turns around and fires a blast right in Starscream's face. Again, I love how Tom has that in the reflection of Duke's visor. And then, continues on. Starscream decides, this guy, it's not worth it right now. And Duke flies off. But I just thought this was a beautifully laid out page. Captures the action that was set up by Daniel Warren Johnson. But this one, to me, really speaks to Tom's ability to tell a story visually. So he takes that wonderful action that was like, I think 2 or 3 pages, boils it down to one beautiful page, and you still get the sequence of events just fine, but it's all here on one page. So yeah, I love this one. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the series. It's Duke, kind of trying to make sense of what he's seen here with the encounter with Starscream, and then figure out, is someone behind this? What's the story? So he kind of goes on his mission to kind of figure out what is going on. So yeah, so that's this page. Love it. Now I have a couple other pieces that are some covers of Tom. So this one is from a variant cover for a Star Wars series called Dark Droids. So this one is the feisty feisty droid Chopper from Rebels, and then also seen in Ahsoka. So yeah, I mean, Chopper's a great character. This is a fairly simplified cover. It's not a whole lot going on, but it's just a nice, fun shot of Chopper flying through the air. So, and again, it's like on a 9 by 12. It's as big as it needs to be, you know. So that's fine with me. So, but I like that good old shot of Chopper there. And then this one is another cover, and this again, it amazes me on what Tom does. I mean, I feel like he just starts drawing something to flesh out a piece, and then if he likes it, he just keeps going. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that works. That's good. It's the variant cover to Action Comics, I think 1061. It comes out in pretty soon, like the 10th of January. So, yeah, I think it's the story is like a relaunch, you know, a new creative team on Action Comics, and Bizarro features heavily in that story. So yeah, I mean, so this is like a 9 by 12 piece, and then you can see the art is much smaller than that. But again, it's as big as it needs to be, and Tom still is able to get all of the detail in there. So I love it. Now the other question is that this might arise, like what would, like, I'm tempted to, you know, cut it so I can frame it with I'll frame the comic book with the art, because it's essentially it's like the size of a comic book. So I know some people might think that's blasphemous because it, you know, that's not what the artist intended, but I mean, clearly he intended to draw the art, and this is just, you know, filler. So it's space unused. So yeah, so I think I will cut it, and please go ahead and let me know how wrong I am for doing that in the comments. But you know, I think that's the better way to properly display this piece. Instead of just putting it in a portfolio, I'll get the comic, frame them together, and I think that'll look fantastic. So yeah, so really excited to have these three pieces in the collection. So thanks again to Josh. Always love working with him. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.